Good morning, children. This is my second video for Standard 10 Merchant of Venice Act 3 Scene 3. In this video I will read the lines of the scene and I will explain you. So everybody keep your book with you while you are listening to this video. So in the previous video I told you that this scene takes place in a street in Venice, where Shylock, Celerino, Antonio and jailer are present. As I said that Antonio has been imprisoned and Shylock has come to meet Antonio, and as the jailer also is sympathetic towards Antonio, so he allowed Antonio to come out of the prison jail and they are talking. Shylock, Antonio, they both are talking, where Antonio is basically pleading Shylock to be merciful towards him and to forget about the penalty of pound of flesh. So let's read the scene. First, Shylock, Gaoler, look to him, tell not me of mercy. This is the fool that lent out money gratis. Gaoler, look to him. So children, Gaoler is the jailer. So Shylock tells the jailer to guard Antonio closely. Look to him means guard him closely. Tell not me of mercy. He is asking the jailer that jailer should not ask mercy for Antonio. And then he is indicating Antonio and saying, this is the fool. He is saying, this is the fool. He is the fool who lent out money gratis. Money gratis means he gives money without interest. Again, he is telling the jailer, Gaoler, look to him. That means you guard him. So in this line, what we got, that Shylock is talking to the jailer and telling him to guard Antonio properly, very closely, and not to ask for any mercy, because Antonio is a fool who lent money to the people without charging any interest. Now listen what Antonio says. Antonio says, hear me yet, good Shylock. Antonio, as I said, Antonio here, he has come to plead to Shylock to be merciful towards him and to forget about the penalty of cutting the pound of flesh from his body. So he is in a requesting tone. He is talking to Shylock, and as though he does not like Shylock, though he hates Shylock, though he has shown his disrespect towards Shylock many times, but as now he is in trouble, so he is talking very softly and telling him, good Shylock, because he is in trouble, he wants mercy. So he is using good Shylock. Next, Shylock, I will have my bond. Speak not against my bond. I have sworn an oath that I will have my bond. So here Shylock is very adamant and stubborn. Shylock will not listen to Antonio. So he says, I will have my bond. Means whatever has been decided, has been written in the bond, I will follow. And he says to Antonio, you do not ask anything, do not say anything which goes against my bond, because I have taken an oath, I will not break my bond. Shylock will not listen to Antonio, because for this day he was waiting. He was waiting for this day since long. Next, Thou calls me dog before thou hadst a cause. So he says that you, without any cause, without any reason, you call me dog. But since I am a dog, beware my fangs. So he says that as you consider me dog, then you beware of my fangs. Fangs means the teeth. Teeth means here it is tearing teeth. The teeth with which the animals tear the fleshes from the meat. So that tearing teeth. So you beware, you be afraid of my teeth, because any time I may bite you. But since the Duke shall grant me justice, and he is very much confident that Zeus will do justice. I do wonder, thou naughty gaoler, that thou art so fond to come abroad with him at his request. Now he is telling the jailer, telling the jailer that you are a worthless jailer. Naughty jailer means you are a worthless jailer. How foolish, how fool you are, and how it is foolish of you to allow Antonio to come out of the jail, to come abroad with him at his request. As Antonio has requested you, you allowed him to come out of the jail. So this shows your worthlessness, and you are a fool. You are showing your foolishness by letting him out of jail. Now again Antonio is talking. I pray thee, hear me speak. Then Antonio is telling, please, requesting, pleading, I pray you, please listen to me. I will have my bond, I will not hear thee speak. I will have my bond, and therefore speak no more. So, this Shylock again telling that I am not going to allow you to speak, because I will continue what I have decided according to my bond, and therefore I will not allow you to speak. Then he says, I will not be made a soft and dull-eyed fool. That means he is telling, I am not an emotional fool. I am not an emotional fool person. I am not a stupid person that I will just nod my head. I will show pity. I will shy and yelled. I will give in. To whom? To a Christian intercessor. Christian intercessor means pleader. Intercessor is pleader. That means you are a Christian and you are pleading in front of me, but I am not going to show any pity. I am not going to become an emotional fool in front of a Christian who is now pleading to pardon, to do mercy. I will have no speaking, I will have my bond. And he is saying, you follow not, I will have no speaking. That means you don't keep on pleading me, and I will not listen, because I will have my bond. Whatever is there in the bond, that I will continue. And after saying this, he left. It is exit written. He left. Then Salarino is talking here. It is the most impenetrable car that ever kept with men. So Salarino here telling that he is the most heartless dog. He doesn't have a heart. He is a dog, and he is a heartless dog. And he is a heartless dog that ever live with human being. Means he cannot be considered as human being. He is a dog. He is a heartless dog, and he is a heartless dog who ever live with human being. Antonio, let him alone. Then he says that let it be. Let him be alone. Whatever he has decided, he will do. I will follow him no more bootless prayer. Then he says that I am not going to do any more request, any more useless prayer, because whatever I play, whatever I apple, he is not going to listen. He seeks my life. Antonio says he wants my life. His reason, well, I know. but I know why. Why does he want my life? That reason I know. What is the reason? That we are coming here. I oft delivered from his forfeiters, many that have at times made moan to me. Therefore he hates me. So what he says? I oft delivered from his forfeiters, many that have at times made moan to me. Means often Antonio helped the people. Those took loan from Shylock and came to Antonio, appealed Antonio to pay the money so that they would not have to face the penalty. So Shylock hates Antonio. According to Antonio, this is the reason, because that hampered Shylock's business. Shylock gave loan to the people and then he kept enough penalty. Those who would not repay the loan with high interest. And what Antonio used to do, he used to help those people by giving them money so that they could give it back to Shylock, and Shylock would not be able to take the penalty. So it was hampering, disturbing his business. So that is the reason Shylock hates Antonio. Antonio says that. Then Salarino is talking. I am sure the Duke will never grant this forfeiture to hold. Then Salarino is quite confident. He is telling the Duke will not allow to take this law, to continue this law, to accept this bond. So, because why? There is a reason, because Duke is also Christian and Antonio is Christian. Antonio is a nobleman in Venice. So according to Salarino, he is confident that Duke will not allow this bond to continue. Now Antonio, the Duke cannot deny the course of law, for the commodity that strangers have with us in Venice, if it be denied, will much impeach the justice of the state, since that the trade and profit of the city consist of all nations. Therefore, go. So you listen this part, carefully listen. Actually, strangers who come to Venice to trade, they were given certain rights. Those rights cannot be refused, because if it is refused, it will be accused that Venice is not acting properly with its traders, and then it will hamper the business of the state, and economy of Venice depend upon foreign traders. Men of all nations contributed to the economy of Venice. So, the trader's right cannot be avoided. Because of this reason, the Duke cannot stop the law from taking its course. And after saying this point, Antonio tells Salarino to go. And then he is talking to and then what he is saying, these griefs and losses have so baited me that I shall hardly spare a pound of flesh tomorrow to my bloody creditor. Bloody creditor is Shylock. So what he says, that continuously I am in pain, I am in anxiety, I have lost a lot. So because of all this reason, physically I became weak, I became frail, thin. So if next day Shylock wants to take my pound of flesh, it is a rare chance that he will get any flesh, because I have become very weak, very thin. Well, jailer, or now he is telling to the jailer, you take me to the jail. And he is praying to God. Pray God, Bassanio comes to see me, pay his debt, and then I care not. And then he is praying that he should see Bassanio before his death. He is a true friend. He is ready to sacrifice his life for Bassanio. He wants to see at his last moments. He wants to see Bassanio at his last moment. So children, this scene is important because Shylock has appealed to Duke and Antonio is imprisoned. Antonio comes out to request Shylock, but Shylock is adamant and he doesn't listen. He makes it clear that he will have his forfeiture. So Antonio understood it is useless to ask him with any more plea. So he asks others like Salarino and jailer also not to request, and he says that he knows the reason why Shylock wants his life. That also he says because he was helping the people those took loan from Shylock, and that disturbed Shylock's business. And then it is at the end of the scene. So what he says that this law cannot be avoided because this at the end of the scene we see a very disappointed and frustrated Antonio, but at the same time he is happy because he is going to give his life for Bassanio, for his friend. So this is the scene. Now everyone try to write the workbook answers and you keep your doubt with you, what can be cleared in doubt clearing session. Thank you.